following is a paid issue advertisement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
Paid for by RealAmerica.vote, a DBA of New York Citizens Audit Civic Fund, Incorporated.
Go to RealAmerica.vote.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
It was him. He gave me 40 minutes. John Catsimatidis, that's a long time, 40 minutes. And you asked me to ask the president about AM radio. And I think you'd have to agree, John, that I think I did my job, right? What do you think?
I think he responded, and I did text him the week before, but the fact is that he's been busy like heck.
Busy like heck.
He's busy trying to save the entire world, whether it's Russia, Ukraine, whether it's Israel, Lebanon. I mean, I've never seen a president as busy as him. He has 3 press conferences a day, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And
policy meetings and dinners and lunches and football teams and basketball teams.
I mean, he's going to be 80 years old soon.
Yeah. A couple of weeks.
And he's working 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
The good news is I'm 77. I only work 77 hours a week.
We talked about you, and we talked about Ken Griffin. No surprise, of course, he knows who Ken Griffin is. If you don't, he's the gentleman who, that's Citadel. He's looking to spend $6 billion on a building project on Park Avenue, and this idiot mayor, this moron, he's trying to force him out of here because he's a billionaire, and he's actually driven Ken Griffin to the point where Griffin is very seriously considering taking that $6 billion and going to Miami, which is very painful for us because we are operating right now under a $5.4 billion deficit. We could use that $6 billion. But Trump said, yeah, I know Ken Griffin. I guess all you guys, you're all buddies, right, for a very, very long time. You've known Trump now, John, for how many years? 30?
45, 50?
45, 50.
Yeah, I remember the great story I tell is when I used to have dinner parties for President Bill Clinton at my apartment and President Trump's apartment. At that time, he was Citizen Trump.
And he was friendly with Bill and Hillary. He went to the wedding.
Yes, and they still talk. Definitely with Bill. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not Hillary, but Bill. Yes, yeah.
He would complain, my traffic in my apartment. I can't get home. And I told that to Bill Clinton. He had a good laugh, and I reminded President Trump, and he had a good laugh. So look, having good memories and having good laughs are always good.
100%. So the AM discussion, you've been working really hard and traveling the country, especially Vegas.
And he's right, by the way.
What do you mean?
We don't know why they want to destroy
well,
it.
He seems to think it's because of people like us on the air, conservatives.
Well, yeah, and the additional thing, it's mostly the electric vehicle companies that are trying to use the excuse. Then you have people like General Motors, who the CEO is a little bit on the extreme left side. Is that the nicest way to say it?
Yeah.
She only blew like $10, $20, $30 billion for her shareholders on electric vehicles.
Right.
Our friend from Ford, when we warned them a few years ago about electric vehicles, he immediately put AM radios into every vehicle.
He did.
Yes.
But you know who else doesn't do it? And he's he's not a conservative. We know who he is, but he's been acting like one since he became friends with Trump. Elon Musk does not put AM
Musk. Let's see what happens. I mean, he's taking Elon Musk and the president are very close.
Right.
He's taking with him to China.
He's taking a bunch of people. Tim Cook.
I mean, the whole thing on electric vehicles, and there was a whole segment on the other side of midnight the other night we had people on it. I stay up at night, so I listen all night. that China is trying to sell electric vehicles, and they're selling them they're trying to sell them to California, and I think Canada might have banned them. They are bugging the electric vehicles. So they can press a button and halt your electric vehicle.
Oh, they can stop it, sure.
They can stop it.
Yeah, Gordon Chang told me this.
You can't. That's right. I heard that there, too.
Yeah, it was Gordon Chang, yeah. And he said they're also listening to all your conversations. It's crazy.
And it's crazy, but we got to become smarter. And you know what happened? Washington has become dumber, which I'm upset about. And you know, and the FBI is the best force in the world, but they have to keep their eyes open because you know that 1/10 of 1% that is bad in any organization. 1/10 of 1% is going to be bad, but the rest of them has to be smart enough to be able to catch them. Now, Comey, with that stuff with 8647, that was intentional because I can understand him talking about it, saying that I saw that on the beach.
Yeah.
But when you tweet it out with a little bit of a laugh underneath,
he meant what he said, but you can't prove it. That's the problem.
Yeah, you know,
he's a bad guy.
I'm not urging what J. Edgar Hoover used to do. You know what J. Edgar Hoover used to do?
Go after everybody.
Huh?
He would go after everybody.
Well, no, beyond that. When he don't go in to capture anybody, he sent his people in there and everybody was dead afterwards.
Yeah.
There was no trials.
Yeah.
Under J. Edgar Hoover, there
Tough
was
to
no
defend
trials.
yourself. Yeah.
They'd go in there. I'm not advocating that.
No, but Todd Blanche but Blanche is like a step above that, right? He's not going to go that far, but he's like a step above it. He definitely wants to be everything Pam Bondi wasn't for President Trump.
But ICE, and I know that his daughter wanted to call it nice.
Yes,
and
he is calling it nice.
But you can't allow sanctuary cities or states, the good sanctuary cities and states. Tom Homan, and you know Tom Homan very well.
Great guy.
And he's got to come into New York and say there's no sanctuary city.
He is. He doesn't care what Kathy Hochul says.
And I know the priority is you get rid of the criminals. Get rid of the major criminals first.
That's what they're doing, though.
Major criminals.
They're lying. They're not dragging kids out of schools and guys or gardeners off of lawns. They're not doing that. They're lying. Do some people get caught up in it? Sure, they do. And we got 2 dead people in Minnesota. That's not great, okay? But the thousands and thousands and thousands of drug dealers and murderers and rapists that they've deported. Come on, we're winning that war. The Democrats make it sound like all they do is drag people out of church, kids out of school, and murder people in the streets of Minnesota. That's a lie, John. It's a flat-out lie. And Hochul and Mamdani are guilty of that right here in New York.
You're absolutely correct. There's no other way to say it. You're absolutely correct. I mean, they are saying that they're not going to allow the law enforcement to work with the law enforcement of the federal law enforcement. And that's a lot of crap. And federal law enforcement takes precedent over local law enforcement. There's no other way to say it.
No.
And if Judge Weinberg was here, and he knows the law very well.
Yeah, I like him.
There is no such thing as sanctuary city or sanctuary state.
No. This
is a word that people in the Democratic Party have come up with. And they've blown tens of billions of dollars. And then they say they're short money and they got to charge more. I mean, you blow tens of billions of dollars. Yeah. And you know what I said the other day? There's a difference between immigration and migration. Immigration, yes. The definition of immigrants is what me and Bill Fugazi and Lee Iacocca used to do on Ellis Island. We want people that love America, that come here like our grandfathers and our fathers and work 80 hours a week and make a living and take care of their kids, give the kids an education. You know, the joke I tell, you know why there's no Greek diners anymore?
Why's that?
because all the Greek diner owners gave their kids an education, and they're lawyers and
doctors.
and doctors.
True.
And nobody runs the diners
I
anymore.
know, which is a shame.
And it's a shame. I used to love those 24-hour
Me too.
Greek diners.
There's about 2 or 3 left. Oasis is good in Brooklyn. There's a couple left, but that's about it. Only about 2 or 3.
But migration, they're coming in President Biden's administration. And somebody around, it wasn't President Biden. I don't think he knew what was going on. But the people around him, somebody has to be held accountable to allow tens of millions of migrants that have no intention on loving America, have no intention of taking the Pledge of Allegiance on the flag of the United States of America, and they want to take from the system, not work 80 hours a week.
Sure.
I mean, this is, me and you said, we talk about plainly, no intention of working 80 hours a week. They want to take from the system. There's what's going on in Minnesota, and that governor allowing them to steal billions and billions of dollars. Yeah. Whether it's I don't know what the number is, whether it's $8 billion that they're talking about, or whether it's $2 billion. It's still a lot of money. Yeah. And they send it to Senegal.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, give me a break.
I know.
I mean, how stupid can we be?
Very.
77 WABC and Bergen Newbridge Medical Center honor the life of legendary broadcaster and our friend, Ernie Anastas.
Hi, it's Ernie Anastas. You know, your thoughts can affect how you feel. Bergen Newbridge Medical Center is the largest hospital in New Jersey, providing comprehensive, equitable, compassionate, and high-quality emergency inpatient and outpatient medical care, plus mental health services and substance use disorder treatment. The Bergen Newbridge team can address your total health needs in one convenient location. Call 201-225-7130 for an appointment or newbridgehealth.org.